With Northern Virginia 2.5 months into Doge, are we starting to see any changes in the Northern Virginia real estate market? And with these kind of changes, what are some indicators that we need to be knowing and watching over the next, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 months? I'll talk about all of those things on this video. I had to take a second and third look at these numbers because it was very surprising, and I think it's gonna be surprising to you as well. In the Northern Virginia Association of Realtors area, which includes counties such as Fairfax, Arlington, City of Alexandria, and Falls Church City, the median sold price for single-family homes in March was $1,077,500. That's the highest it's ever been. And for townhouses, it was $710,500, which is the highest it's ever been. Now, condos did cool off a little bit at $406,000 for median sold price, but really still that was registering the third highest month ever recorded for condo sales. So what does all this mean? Don't you think that when inventory rises, we're going to start seeing that prices may either level out or decrease? To answer these questions, why don't we go back and look at inventory levels maybe 6 years, even up to 10 years ago to see if inventory truly is rising and is it to a point where we may be able to see that prices could level out. If we look at the inventory levels in April 2015 for single family homes, we had just under 4 months of supply, which means that it would take 4 months for all of the homes that came to market that month to be sold. And look at the trajectory all the way to March of this year. We have only 1.54 months. But wait, from that chart, I'm seeing the increase of inventory is happening. And that is true. It is happening. But if we look at it historically, it's still really low. Remember that thing we had over the last 3 to 5 years, that pandemic? We had really low interest rates and we had a flurry of buying happening. A lot of buyers coming to the market because we were having 2.5%, 3.5% interest rates. And then the Fed came in and it slowed that down and inventory levels stayed very low. The lock-in rate, stop, we're not going to do anything kind of moving. Life changes don't wait for interest rates or inventory levels. I meet people all the time that they're either upgrading, they need a bigger house, they got more children, or maybe they have family coming in and they want a multi-generational type of home. Or there's people that are right-sizing and they decided that it's time to downsize into a home that fits their needs where they are in their life. Or I'm able to see people that are retiring and say, you know what, we've been here for the last 20, 30, 40 years and it's time to get home. And they're going to other parts of the country or they're taking early retirement or still job relocations are happening. When I go to open houses, I love asking the questions of why the potential buyer is coming to that house. What brings you here? What brings you to this area of town? And I hear this all the time. I want to be closer to work. I'm looking for a certain school pyramid. I'm getting married. We're having a baby. We need more room. Mom is coming to live with us. You see, all of these things are still happening. And it's not because of interest rates. It's not because of a change with the stock market. It's because life is still happening and people are still trying to make great decisions for a long-term investment in a home. So with all these effects of Doge, the stock market, tariffs, do we have any indicators that I'm watching to tell us if there'll be any type of shift in the housing market here in Northern Virginia? I don't have a crystal ball, but here's the data that I'm going to be watching, and I will tell you if I see anything going on in the Northern Virginia market based on a few of these leading indicators. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, the preliminary data as of this recording is 3% unemployment rate, which is up from 2.8% last month. Northern Virginia is a big area, and it includes counties from Arlington down to Stafford and points west as far as Culpeper and Clark County. It will be interesting to see if this levels off or ticks up as we move through the more reduction in force type losses in the federal government and with contractors. Obviously, another indicator will be a spike in inventory. Of course, we're in the spring market and we're going to continue to see new inventory come to market every week. And this is going to go on through July. Usually August is a little bit of lull. So if we watch and see some major unseasonal type of spikes, that might be an indicator that there's more going on because of the Doge effect. But it's worth noting that sellers continue to come to market. And when you come to market, it's because they have a confidence in the market to be able to sell their house. And there's still buyers coming to the market every single week, either from relocation, military PCSing, or they're just doing the things I just told about, the life changes. So as long as there's confidence from the sellers that their house is going to sell and there's buyers entering the market looking for homes, we will continue to see a strong local housing market. So these are all good things. The other indicator that may tell us there's a shift going on in the real estate market may be days on market. Now, days on market is an indicator of understanding how quickly a home, when it comes to market, how long it takes to go under contract. And just so you know, last month alone for single family houses and townhouses, the median days on market was 5. 5 days. That means that they probably put the house on the market on a Thursday, and more than likely they were under contract with a great buyer by Monday or Tuesday the following week. 5 days is not long. It means that decisions to be made pretty quickly for buyers. And for condos, it was 10 days. So that's typical for a condo market to take a little longer. Now, if those start to increase, maybe from 5 to 10, 15, 20 days, we're definitely going to have to be watching to see if that means that there's an indication of a shift in the market. Of course, there are properties out there that are sitting in the market longer than 5 days, and that may be because the price does not match the condition. There's anything, other material defects with the house, or it's at a price point that allows people to think more about the home before they make the offer. I'll keep an eye out on all of these indicators. Some will be lagging, some are leading to understand what's going on in the marketplace. And obviously, if you're even wanting to know a little bit about your own neighborhood, just reach out. I got a calendar link below. Happy to talk to you about what's happening in your area, because these are kind of general, but I want to make sure that you have the information to help you make a great decision if you're either thinking about selling or buying in the spring or summer market of Northern Virginia. Until next time.